the other, it's not a rule change proposal, but it's a resolution. This is a change to the anti-tampering policy when it comes to your secondary football executive position. So that's your assistant GM, somebody that has oversight over scouting and personnel. The current rule, a team has to permit an interview through March 1st of any year. So if another club wants to talk to this person for that secondary football executive position, you have to grant it through March 1st. The change would now mean that you are not required to grant that interview until after the draft. So the day after the draft through June 30th would be the time where the teams are required to grant that access. Certainly they could grant it before, but they're not required to do so. And you can just see the effect and the reason. And as you think about, right, anti-tampering and coaches, that continuity and why it's so important for coaches, it's through the season. For the personnel folks, it would be through the draft. So it kind of aligns the anti-tampering policy in terms of the most important, windows in each of those two areas.
If you're a GM and you're getting hired to help hire the head coach of a new team, you're basically going to be forced to go through the draft with the former regime's personnel departments. You're not going to even be able to bring in your second in command, your other person to go through the draft with. That basically gives you a 0 year. What do you guys think about the rule change where you'd have to wait until after the draft to interview and bring in your second?
I'm only trying to be slightly sarcastic, but it depends whether I'm hiring or firing. I mean, it's really hard to answer which is fair, right? You can see it from both sides. There's a good argument to be made. So whatever the outcome is, we probably just live with it and be comfortable, because it's, either way to me seems fair, or you make a case it's fair.